Cat, what's good? What's good, man? How y'all doing? We back. We is back, man. I lied to y'all yesterday. I said I wasn't gonna be back today, but I'm back today, man. And y'all see the screen. We got doggone T Banks exposing everything. Exposing everything, man. So I'm not sure all what he talked about in this video, but we finna go ahead and dig in and we finna react to it, man.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all boys.
Excuse me.
If I'm being completely honest with y'all, this is not something that I wanted to do. This is not something that I think is my content. This is not something that I think is funny. This is not something I use for views. The relationship with me and Cam was very real. It's emotional. Niggas think that, shit is always some content, shit, things of that nature. And this is one of those situations to where people, is waiting for something bad to happen so that way they can have their opinion on it. This is some shit that I'm gonna tell, my side, she has her side, and there's always gonna be the truth at the end. And if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I was never, once me and her stopped talking, I was never gonna go on the internet. From saying I was never going to, I don't expose, I gotta turn off the sub, I ain't gonna lie. But I was never going to go to the internet. I was never going to expose anything. I was never going to talk about her. I don't do this. I don't expose private information. I feel like if you expose private information, turn off subs, please. I got you. I feel like if you expose private information, there's no reason to. And the reason why I say that is why? I understand that our relationship and everything was public, but at the end of the day, chat, if I'm being completely honest with y'all, there's no reason why any of you need to know anything that goes on in my life privately. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Because I'm sure every single one of you have things that y'all go through that you don't want millions and thousands of people to know. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. I will never come out and tell y'all, when me and my ex broke up, I only told y'all about the shit that happened on camera. I did not tell you exactly what we went through, the things we did, the things that happened between us. Y'all didn't know a single fucking thing. In the same way, I don't go and tell people things that's private because there's no reason to. I would never do that. Never. And it's like, already don't like me enough on TikTok that they can't wait till something bad happens. And this girl is their ticket for them to say, I never liked this is a toxic weirdo, without knowing everything that happened and all the background information. And if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I am very nervous right now. My heart is racing, and this does not feel right, and I don't want this out on the internet. I don't want to use this to get 100,000 views on a video. I would rather be the best creator I can be versus have drama and potentially career-ending cancellations versus just using some shit like this to try and blow up. Now, the things I'm about to explain to y'all, I don't want you to take my side. I don't want you to take her side. But I do want you to know that I have to get ahead of this because this girl had blackmailed me and let me know that she was going to speak on me. She had me with a gun to the back of my head and was letting me know I'm going to go to the internet and tell people about you and things of that nature for no reason. Now, career ended, what did you do? I didn't do anything, but she literally was holding it against me that she didn't sign an NDA and that she's going to tell people her side of the story. That is the only reason why I came up here, to let you guys know exactly what happened. Man, when I start explaining something.
You see, my thing. Hold on. Can y'all hear me, chat? Hold on, chat. Can y'all hear me? Oh, there we go. I thought I was sitting up here. I thought I was sitting up here talking to my darn self. My bad. But the thing about that, man, with going to the internet, it's like when people do decide to go to the internet, it's like they always freaking, go for the worst of the worst. Now, I'm not saying don't tell your truth, but don't get on here and lie either. You know what I'm saying? That be the only thing with me. Like, if you gonna tell your truth, tell your truth, tell your side of the story. But, keep it a beam. Don't get on here and lie. because a lot of people just get on here and lie straight up.
Some of this shit, y'all gonna be like, I was not expecting that, and that shit's actually crazy. There is no such thing as the T Banks files. I'm just gonna tell y'all what happened from beginning to end. When I say a gun, not legitimately a gun to the back of my head, it's a figure of speech. So I'm just gonna get right into it. There's no such thing as the T Banks files. There's no such thing as boom, boom, boom. And I'm also gonna let y'all know that her going live that day, her sole purpose was to hurt me. It was nothing else. Her sole purpose that day to go live on TikTok was just to hurt me. Just to and put a stain on my career. She already knew about DEO yarn. She already knows that people don't like me when it comes to girls and things of that nature. She did that on purpose just to stain me, knowing that's going to get clipped. Knowing that. Now, I'm going to tell y'all everything that happened from beginning to end. I'm going to get it out the way. And whatever she says now is just her response. I'm not going to take anything from her, how she felt. I'm just going to tell y'all the full story and everything that she can say ever happened. Okay. So as y'all know, I met her in April. The Sky Zone stream with me, Max, and D-Lou. Also, another reason why I'm sorry that I am telling y'all this story is that since she put it out there and it blew up, she also left it for open interpretation. And now there's people in the chat saying, oh, he beat her. Oh, he did this, that, and the third. She left the open interpretation while laughing and smiling about it on purpose. So that way you guys will sit right there and be like, what did he do? Did he beat her? Did he cheat on her? Did he boom, boom, boom? She did that on purpose.
And see, let me also say this. Hold on, my freaking mic. Okay, there we go, there we go. But see, also, let me say this right here too, man. When you get to beating allegations or allegations just you being the male, putting your hands on a female, bro, like that messes with your whole brand right there. That messes with your whole brand. Now, I didn't watch her live. I don't know exactly what she said, but if you know it's not the truth, don't let it linger. It's different if it's the truth and you prove it. You know, that's different. But if it's not the truth, don't let it linger. Because once the court of public opinions start building, you know, that's when the brand get affected. That's when brands don't want to work with you no more. That's when everybody want to cut ties with you. That's when don't nobody want to be around you no more. Just based off of something that ain't true. So if she did, you know what I'm saying, give that idea, and people are saying that, and that's a unclarified, you know, yes or no, you need to go clear that up. Go clear that up.
She left it open. Now they're saying, oh, I heard he was beating on her. Oh, I heard he cheated on her. Oh, I heard. Now they're just coming up with different things because they just don't like me. Smiling and laughing about it. Now, mind y'all, ever since we split, I have not talked about her. I have not said nothing negative about her. I have not threatened her career. I have not threatened her family, none of that shit. I left it all alone. And I was just going to do my thing and just keep going. So I met her in April. Okay? The Sky Zone stream with Max. Now, I'm smiling, I'm laughing because I never told y'all this. But unfortunately, that night, we went on a 3-man. Max already exposed this. It was me, D-Lou, and Max. At Max's crib, boom. She was there. Some other people was there. I'm not going to put their names in it. We went on the 3-man. We all chilled. We all cool. Boom, boom. Right? So the months in between, me and Cam did not talk. We weren't flirting. We were just friends. I did say I wanted to take her on a date, get to know her some more, but that didn't really happen. I went to Stream University. Boom, boom, boom. Right? June comes around, we do the basketball stream. That's when things started getting serious. I go to Miami, things of that nature. Now, at that time, y'all know my ex was on the internet being very, very, very toxic. saying things that weren't true, was also trying to bring me down. So June 2025 happens. She comes on stream. We go and play basketball. Right after that, we went to Miami. This is some shit that you don't know. At that time, my ex, Cynthia, DMs Cameron. She starts saying explicit things that weren't true, such as ask Tamari how my taste, how loud he was things I don't really want to get into. She DMs Cameron off the purpose of just being malicious. Now, Cameron, understandably, takes that and gets upset. She doesn't want to trust me. She doesn't want to keep going. She feels off. She feels like she can't trust me. Luckily, at that time, I had proof that things in those DMs and how the internet was going, that it was not true. So I show her that it's not true and that she's being malicious. Cameron's response is to continue to date me and to talk to me. I did not force her. I said, I understand how you feel. If you need to stop talking to me because of my past situation, I completely understand. But I showed her the truth. That all that was messy and it was not true. And this person was just trying to bring me down because of Stream University and things that happened in the past. Okay? She decides to trust me and continues to talk to me.
Okay, so this is something that stemmed.
I showed her video proof.
This is something that stemmed from Streamer University.
I'm not gonna lie, did come
Okay, makes more sense now. Makes a whole lot more sense. A couple videos had came out too after the first Streamer University, and I want to say it was like I can't even remember who it was that spoke on it, but it was somebody saying that Talil had smashed the girl at Streamer University, and that it was a whole lot of people smashing each other at Streamer University. And I don't know if Kai knew that they were doing it at that moment, but come on, bro, you got men and women staying on a college campus. We strictly here to make content. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna tell me dudes walking through there, they single, they not attracted to nothing that's a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to at least expected that, even though y'all tried to keep it strict and all that good stuff there, you at least gotta expect it, you know. So, with that being said, I hate that it got that far with T Banks, you know. But yeah, bro, nah, you gotta be careful with stuff like that. That's why me being married, I don't want to do no content with no female, bro, because when you do that or you allow females to get in too close in situations like that, that opens up the door for stuff like that to happen. You got to proceed with caution in situations like that, man, for real.
Crib. Cameron had left some rings on the counter. My ex came to the crib to get the last of her stuff, her clothes. Nothing happened. She sees the ring. She DMs Cameron again, says, I seen your rings, boom, boom, boom. I tell Cameron the proof that she was here just to grab her stuff. I'm not going to hold her stuff in this crib because at that time, my ex at the time was also going on TikTok and saying a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, he was sucking my toes. Oh, I was over his crib. So in my head, I'm nervous. I said, you cannot keep your clothes here. You're going to sit right here and make it seem like I'm keeping your clothes hostage. You're going to go on TikTok. So I said, you can get your clothes and you can get up out of here. She gets her clothes. She gets up out of here, sees her rings. Boom, boom, boom. Now, at the time,
it's a video, at Davin2629. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you.
Cameron takes that information and decides to continue to date me and to talk to me. After I explained that to her, and I promised her that everything was the truth, and I showed her proof that it was true. I showed her proof that this person was lying and these things were not happening and this was going on the internet. She was in another state at the time with her friends. She told me that she almost took the rash decision to link with another man based off my ex DMing her, which I'm not going to hold against her, but she decided not to and believe in me. Now, Cameron comes back home. Hold on. Cameron comes back home. I pull up to her crib with flowers, heart-shaped, $300 worth of flowers to apologize. And I have no quarrels against this person. She had a homeboy staying with her in her crib. I don't even know why I did the soundboard. When I pulled up with flowers. I trusted her enough because I knew the homeboy. I trusted her enough that I still pulled up with flowers to apologize. This is before we started dating. So I pull up with flowers and I apologize. Homeboy's in the crib for like 3 days. Boom, boom, boom. This is when things weren't that bad. So I pull up with flowers. She takes my apology. She has a whole homeboy on an air mattress in her crib for like 3 days. At this time, red flags are going off in my head because I'm like, if you doing this before we even date, I wonder what you're going to do when we do date. Like he's sleeping there, taking showers. She's in her room. He's on the air mattress. I know for a fact nothing happened between them. The type of I've met him before. He's a cool, but it just still throws you off because that's not something that you should be doing. That's a major.
You see, let me be honest with a situation like that, bro. Me personally, even if you met him and he a cool dude, I don't put nothing past nobody. I don't care how cool you seem. I don't care the vibe that you give. I don't care if it's a good vibe, bro. When it comes to something like that, regardless to if you going with somebody, if you talking to somebody, whatever the case may be, you don't put nothing past nobody in a situation like that. It's when you let that guard down is when people start stepping in, bro. And to be honest, I feel like I've really been interpreting what he's saying wrong this whole video. But just based off of certain segments, I'm just giving my honest opinion. I'm going to keep it narrow to what we on now, though. If you a dude, bro, and you go with a girl, or you talking to a girl, and you over her crib, or you just go over her crib, and there's a dude in there, and he's sleeping, and they in the same crib, just him and her, I would not trust that, bro. I would not trust that. I'm not going to immediately just be the type to jump to conclusions, but I am not going to trust that because dudes get slimy when it comes to females, bro. Dudes get slimy when it comes to females, bro. Like, they don't hold nothing in, bro. Like, dudes gonna move. If he see an opportunity to make his move, a dude gonna move. Now, I'm not saying that all dudes is slimy like that, but you can't be putting stuff past dudes to just be sitting up there letting the whole door. I ain't even gonna say letting because maybe you didn't even know at that time, but just you pull up to a girl house that you go with, or you talking, you get to know this person. How you supposed to feel as a dude if you walk up and then you see a whole nother dude sleeping in the air mattress? I don't care if he in a separate room, he's still in the crib, he's still in the apartment. How I'm supposed to feel? I walk up in there and see that I'm supposed to be cool. Like, that's just really how it be. You got to take that into consideration. I don't care if I met you or not, bruh. Like, I'm not putting nothing past you. I don't even trust myself on certain things a whole lot of time. You think I'm going to sit up there and put my full trust in you because I done met you before? You tweak out. Like, no, you tweaking.
Now, July.
You tweaking.
This is when it gets critical. And I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to just stick with me. July comes around. Things smooth over. My ex at the time is doing her own thing. She's streaming. She has left the situation alone. It's no longer an argument between me and Cam. It's not something that's continuously coming up. I'm not saying it's not in the back of her brain, but it's smoothed over. Y'all remember the Vegas stream? I took Will, I took Jew, her friend, and I took me to Vegas. I paid for everything, even though there was promises that people were going to help me out with the expenses. I paid for the Airbnb, which was $3,000. I paid for every single event we did out there. I paid for every single thing. I paid for food. I paid for everything.
My God, AP Rob Live, what's going on with you, my God? Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you for pulling up.
We went. We had a great time. This is when the relationship is getting serious. Now we're claiming each other. Now we're on TikTok. Now we're posting each other. Things of that nature. This is around the time period I told her I really wanted to date her. I wanted her to be my girlfriend. We go to Vegas, and on the drive back, she starts telling me the way she operates in relationships. She starts telling me that, you know, if my homeboys want to come over and sleep over, my boyfriend has to deal with that. I just grew up with
Oh, no.
This is something that he has to just understand. I grew
You
up
said
in a
that?
small family. I start telling her respectfully, Cameron, that's not something that I align with. I'm not saying you can't.
She said that? Bruh.
You can't.
His jump must have started skipping. Hold on, chat. We waiting for his stuff to straighten up. God, dog, his junk tweaked that. But listen, while we waiting on that to come back on, ain't no way you finna sit up here and tell me I gotta deal with it. You tweaking. You tweak. We finna cut this arrangement short right now. What you mean I gotta deal with it? Deal with a nigga? Man, come on now. See, look, I almost said the word I ain't mean to say. And I ain't even the one going through the situation. Like, bro, you tweaking. You tweaking. You want me to sit up here and be all right with another dude sleeping at your crib? I gotta be all right with it. All right, so how would you feel if I had some shorties pull up to the crib then? You gonna be all right with that? Huh? You gonna be all right with that? There ain't no way. Ain't no way she just sat up there and said, oh, you gotta be all right with it. You my boyfriend, whoever my boyfriend, you gotta be all right with it. You a lie. You a lie. Before I crash out, I leave. Before I crash out, I'll leave respectfully. Too many dudes be crashing out over people that just don't respect the boundaries, bro. If they don't respect the boundaries, don't even let yourself crash out about it. Because what's the purpose of you crashing out? You ever do them to get put in prison? Believe it or not, bro, it's actually some dudes out here that'll go to prison behind a female that don't want to do right by them. If the female don't want to do right by you, you can't force them to do right by you. Straight up. I don't know what it's going to take for some dudes to get that, but you can't force nobody to do right by you. Point blank period. Respectfully, just leave. Because what's the purpose of you sitting there trying to keep them from doing what they want to do because you trying to force them to be up under you? If you got to force it, what's the purpose? The only thing I'm trying to force is money in my pocket. I'm trying to have my jeans stuff. I'm trying to stomp my jeans till they knot up with them rackets. That's the only stuff, and I want to stuff money in my pocket. I'm trying to have so much money, my pocket's ripping apart. That's the only stuff we doing around. That's the only. Wait, pause. See, look, I got off on the wrong foot. Forcing. That's the only forcing we doing around here. If that's how you roll, I'm gonna let you roll like that on your own, respectfully. Respectfully, I'm gonna let you roll like that on your own since that's what we doing now.
Am I back? It's funny to me how when I start explaining some serious, all of a sudden my streams lag like this. Chat, when do I ever lag this bad? I showed y'all my upload.
This jump started lagging. I thought my jump was tripping. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm crashing. All of a sudden,
I'm getting lagged this today out of nowhere, multiple times back to back to back to back. Y'all seen my download speeds and my upload speeds, 800 megabytes per second. Now all of a sudden,
I ain't even got my jump set that high. God, dog.
Anyways, let me get back into it.
It's got a whole lot going on over
So
there.
I started telling her, this is not something that I align with, and I cannot date you if this is what you need to do. And we come to a conversation. The first red flag I noticed from this girl, and I'm not gonna lie, Cameron has a massive ego from how her life played out. Yeah, I've seen it on TikTok that she claims she can pull any that she wants.
Oh, that's every female, bro.
I come home,
That ain't just her. That's
Vegas, she tells me that if me and my friend wanted to be on this, we would have just left the Airbnb with you and Will, and we would have just got a hotel because it was NBA Summer League.
NBA.
Why are you telling me this?
So what y'all want to? Y'all know the
And
NBA players now?
I say, why are you telling me this? And she was like, I was just letting you know that that's what we wanted to be on. We would have been on that. Mind you, the conversation had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Can't hear the soundboard? Fuck the soundboard. This is when it started fucking me up, and I started realizing, what the fuck am I in right now? She would do things that was constantly disrespectful that I'm going to get to. She would bring, and she constantly.
Hold on, y'all. I'm finna take a picture and put it on Instagram so I can let some more people know to pull up to the stream. If y'all see me stick my phone up like this,
compliment, and then snatch it away. For example, she would be like, "Oh, I know you got a big meat, but it's not that big though. I've seen way bigger." Or she'd be like,
"What?
6 foot. You're kind of tall, but you're not that tall. You're short." She would do this constantly.
Oh, wow.
Off stream, backhanded compliments. Swear to God. She'd be like, "You got big meat, but I've seen some shit."
You gonna compliment me and insult me at the same time?
Like something like that. It would always snatch it back.
That's tweaking. He's
tweaking. Snatch it back. For no reason. And I would ask her, why can't you just give me a compliment? For no reason. You're like, yeah, you have a big meat, but I've seen some crazy before. One of my friends had a 9-incher. She took a 9. Okay. She would give me a compliment and snatch it. Compliment, snatch it. Compliment, snatch it. Off stream. So this is the first red. This is when things went all the way down. During that whole month, I'm letting her know how much I want to date her, how much I want to be with her, how much I want her to be my girlfriend, things of that nature. I'm flirting with her, I'm complimenting her, I'm buying her flowers almost every week. I'm taking her out on dates, doing good, genuine shit. I went to the DMV to do a stream with Big Win. Toolkit at the time was hacked. Do y'all remember that? That's why I didn't stream. Toolkit at the time was hacked. That's why I didn't stream when I was in the DMV. During this whole time, I'm on FaceTime with her. I'm texting her. This is some crazy shit. Noir's vaccines was expired. So I asked her, I gave her the keys to my crib. And if you know me, you cannot have the keys to my crib. You cannot know my address. I don't want friends, family. If you come over my crib, you got location on, you have to turn that shit off. I do not like people knowing where I live based on my past and where I'm from. But I've trusted her in the months that I know her. I gave her the keys to my crib. I asked her to walk my dog. I even said you can sleep over if you need to. I'm in the DMV. I'm calling her.
Buddy.
FaceTiming her, sending her flowers, sending her food,
now,
talking to her.
I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with doing that, but even if we just got into the relationship, I'm not just finna give you access to the crib, tell you to walk my dog, you can sleep over. I ain't no doing that just yet. We finna have to build a little foundation or something first. We finna have to build a little foundation first. We ain't finna rush into this arrangement. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, start building the Legos up first. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Gotta start building it up.
Sleeping over here. The same day, The third day I was in the DMV, she walked my dog, went over to her friend's house, said she was going to link with somebody. She leaves my crib after walking my dog after I got off the phone with her, links up with another guy. I see her in the rest. Hold on, this is not the kicker. Hold on, watch this.
You lying.
Mind you, everything was going good at this point. Nothing was bad. No arguments or anything. She's in every single one of my YouTube videos. I'm selling my Shelby GT350. Remember, I bought the M4. We go to a restaurant after I land back in LA. I see a hickey on her neck. I ask her, where the fuck did she get that hickey from? Because I have not seen you in a week. She sat right there, played dumb, and said, oh, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about on her phone, didn't want to look at me. She finally breaks and tells me that she's seen a whole nother guy. They went out for a date. They ate food. She got kissed on. And that happened while I was telling her on the phone how much I wanted her to be my girlfriend.
I ain't gonna lie.
It gets worse.
I ain't gonna lie. All seriousness, I would have cut it short right there. I would have cut it short right there. All seriousness, because what are we doing here at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, that's how you rolling? That's how you rolling? Like, you done went and got you done got your neck sucked. You done got your neck kissed on and licked on by a whole nother dude, and you finna come up here, sit in my face, and you know how I really truly feel about you? Like, come on now.
During the previous 2 weeks, my friends come out here. Donnell, Mike, Jordan. They come out here to come out to LA, and I see them. I end up finding out that I don't even want to say this because he has nothing to do with this, but my man, if you watch this clip, shout out to you, bro. I ain't got no problem with you. You're a great guy. She was texting her ex back and forth while laying in my bed, while sleeping over, while we would be out on dates. Her ex was texting her phone, and she was texting her ex back and forth. At this point, I had my ex blocked on all platforms. She gets mad at me because after I found out that she was texting, she would sleep over, she would wake up, first thing to do is she would see if her ex texted her, she would text him back paragraphs. She would get mad at me. She got mad at me because I unblocked my ex because my ex wanted to apologize for everything she was doing on the internet.
So she get the
she was texting.
So she get the dipple and dabble, but she mad at you because come on now. Come on now. You could dish it, but you can't take it now? Come on now.
At my house. I unblocked my ex because she told me that she wanted to apologize. I only unblocked her after I seen she was communicating with her ex, so I said there's no reason to leave mine blocked if you won't block this man. I asked her why she won't block him. She said, because he's annoying. He won't leave me alone. If you don't respond, it doesn't exist. So obviously she still had feelings for this man while dealing with me. I asked her, why won't you just block him if he keeps texting you? He's texting you off a burner number and you're responding. I only unblocked my ex when she was communicating with hers first. She would wake up. I would go to the bathroom. I would come back. I would ask you, who are you texting? She would say, my ex texted me again. I said, did you text back? Yes. She was texting this man for weeks in front of me. It gets worse. She starts getting mad at me. She sees my ex calling me, texting me. I said, at this point, there is nothing to get mad at when you're doing the exact same thing. Her response was, this girl DM me.
Excuse me.
And I respect that. But if you're communicating with your ex, there's no reason that my ex can't text me to apologize for things that she did when you're also doing the same thing. I understand she didn't have quarrels about that, but I'm not going to block someone that you won't block. I'm not going to do anything
for real though.
Do yourself. So until you stop communicating with that person, I'm not going to stop because you only don't like it because it's being done back to you. Everybody likes to throw rocks, but when the motherfucker throws a rock back at your glass house and it breaks, now you're upset. So I said, I'm not doing shit you won't put yourself through. So if you don't like me texting my ex, how the fuck do you think that makes me feel? And she would never do anything that she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't block nobody. She wouldn't stop responding. And when you finally see how it felt, now you have a problem with it. So what ended up happening was the same week that she met this guy and got kissed on, when I brought her on my platform, when I wanted to let her know how much she wanted to be my girlfriend, she went and had a conversation with her ex at a restaurant down the same street.
Wow.
She went and seen her ex, had a conversation with him. Then she sees this guy. Then when I found out everything, I came home, I streamed, I let her know, I don't want you to come over, I don't want to speak to you. She went to the mall, she bought me these shoes and clothes and stuff. She pulls up to my crib anyway. I end up finding out that a nigga that cracked her calls her phone because he found out that she lost her car and wanted to make sure she was okay. All in the same day.
You lying.
All in the same day.
T-Banks, you lying. T-Banks, you're a lot. She did, bro. What? At this point, I'm surprised that he even stayed up until this point.
Y'all gonna be like, why did you stay? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I did not stay. I told her straight up, you know my past, you know the type of nigga I am. It's not safe if you stay with me. I told her straight up, you should just leave me alone. Every single day when she got caught, she would pull up to my crib every single day because she was terrified of what I would do back. I straight up told her, you might as well take your dub and get the fuck out of here. I told her that. The day she came over, I found all that. She sat down on the couch. I said, you might as well leave me alone. I told her, take your dub, get the fuck out of here. Please reword this. What did I say wrong? Reword?
Let me add this in real quick, man. I understand, as people, we not perfect. You know what I'm saying? People have poor judgment at times. They do things to satisfy their urges, but don't mean to hurt nobody and all that. I understand that. But you have to notice when to decipher you have to know when to be able to tell the difference between the two. Because no matter what stance is coming from, no matter if you didn't mean to hurt me, no matter if you meant to, the damage is done. The damage is done. The pain has been inflicted. But you have to notice the difference between the two, bro. Because either way, even if she didn't mean to hurt you or she did, hit the door. If that's what you want to do. I can't say what people should or shouldn't do because that ain't my place to, judge people or even say what they should or shouldn't do in a moment like that. But it sounds like she's doing this stuff on purpose. And the more you show her kindness, she's taking that for weakness. Seems like all this is going on purpose. Like she just thinking of it like this, like, oh, he gonna take me back anyway, so I'm gonna just keep on doing what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on talking to so and so. I'm gonna go over here whenever I get ready. That's really what it sound like, bro. That's really what it sound like. It just sound like she doing it on purpose. Like this what she wanna do. When somebody's showing you what they wanna do, believe them. Like, don't sit up there and give them too many chances. You can't keep giving them the benefit of the doubt because it's like, at this point, I'm the one being stupid. I'm the one that's looking crazy because why? Why? Like, why am I here? Do I have this much love for you? Do I really have this much love for you that I'm sitting up here and I'm just letting you take my heart and just crumble it up, throw it on the ground, and just stomp all over it? You mean to tell me I have that much love for you? and you don't have that back for me? Like, that's how we rolling now? And it gets to a point where you can't even play tit for tat because it's like it's what I feel is real. If it wasn't real, I probably would play tit for tat, but I can't play tit for tat because that's not gonna make me feel better. Who I want is you, but you don't want me. What I want, or I ain't gonna say what, who I want is you, but you don't want me in the way that I want you. And I can't force you to want me in the way that I want you. So I have to love. Wait, hold on. Let me bag up a little bit. I love you enough. I love you a whole lot, actually. But I have to love me enough to go on about my business. Because I'm not finna continue to sit here, allow you to walk all over me like I'm the ground, and continuously do it after I've given you multiple chances. If I was able to set aside the differences the first time and you still win a second and a third and a fourth, at this point, I gotta believe what you showing me. You showing me that you don't want to be here, so I have to act on that. Straight up. I have to act on that, man. And hate that it's like that. I hate that it got to this point for T Banks, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, like it kind of hurt me watching this because it sounded like he cared. It sounded like he cared when he did have her right there by him. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like he cared. And listen, don't get me wrong. I ain't judging the girl or nothing like that because it ain't my place to judge. I know I might have said some stuff this whole time, but I ain't trying to judge the girl. I don't know her to judge her. But just sitting up here listening to him talk, even though he's not showing no type of like sadness, like physically, you can still feel, you know what I'm saying, when somebody really, really being serious about a story such as this. Like, I really, really feel for bro on this, bro.
What did I say wrong? Rephrase it? What did I say? Sound like you're gonna beat her? Ban his ass. I'm not lying. Actually, I'll do it. See what I'm
Who said
saying?
it sound like he want to beat her?
Ban that
What? He ain't doing that but just
try too hard real
explaining the
quick.
story.
Anyway,
Where in the world did you get that from?
so I said, you might as well leave me alone. You know the type of nigga I am. You know the type of past I have. And I found all that shit out in the same week. Now, you want to know something funny? She linked up with her friends. She's crying to her friends. Oh my God, I fucked up. He's seen the hickey on my neck. You know what her friends told her? Girl, you could have got out of it. Why you waiting to say the hickey was by him? Was he kissing on your neck the day before? Cameron comes to my crib and she says, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. I low-key could have got away with it because I realized you were the one kissing on my neck, and my friends told me I could have just got away with it. She was more concerned about the excuse that she could have had versus the shit that she actually fucking did. Now, August comes around. This is when y'all kind of want to know why I stopped streaming. Arguments started happening daily over the smallest of things. She would not stop being angry, and she would stop me from streaming constantly, chat. I would tell her it's 5:30, I need to stream. And she would say things like this. She would say something backhanded. She would sit right there and be like, I understand how important streaming is to you and how this takes care of your family and that you need to do what you need to do, but, and then go on for another 2 hours versus letting me get to my PC and streaming. This is why a lot of my bigger ideas never happened. She would say it 3 times in a conversation. I understand this is how you take care of your mom, how you pay your mom's rent, and this is what you need to do for your living, this is your job, but, and to continue to go on for hours and hours and hours. She would say, this is more important than your job. This is why my bigger ideas and streams was not happening. August comes around. After she got caught with hickey on her neck, texting her ex, and being cool with a nigga that cracked her the same week, I told her there's certain things that you need to do to be a better version of yourself for whoever the next man is, because it's not probably going to be me, because I'm not wiping you, ever. She was following men on Instagram that she has done things with, that she has talked to, that she has dated. And I told her, we are dating now. There's no reason for you to be following these men. Mind you, this is after that she already got caught. She told me that she's not unfollowing a single person. After I found out all that information. Now, this is when some retarded happens. She gets on Instagram, doesn't unfollow the guys, tell me she's not following a single person. At this point, she knows the type of man I am and the things I respect and don't respect. I tell her I will never date a girl with OnlyFans or who does online prostitution, who posts their body for money. I'm driving home one day. I see her Instagram story. Her Instagram story says subscriptions. Subscribe to Cameron Levine's Instagram subscriptions. At this point, she knows I do not respect that. I didn't say anything. I screenshot it and I kept it to myself. This was God showing me something. She had already knew at this point I do not respect that, and I do
And
not
see,
want nothing.
let me say this right here, chat. That's the main, that's the very main, you know what I'm saying, piece of the puzzle right here. Knowing that you've explained the things that you don't respect to a person that you're trying to establish yourself with. Y'all ain't dating, you're trying to get to that point where you are dating and you know you can be together and get married and have a family and all that good stuff there. But the simple fact that you're making it clear that you're not okay with them having people over to their crib, and by people of the opposite gender, males. You're not okay with them having people of the opposite gender over to their crib. You're letting them know, hey, I don't approve of that. I don't approve of you doing OnlyFans. I don't approve of you selling pictures of your naked body on the internet, because I don't want everybody to know what mines look like. Like, that's supposed to be only for me. I don't want everybody to know what that look like. You're setting all these boundaries and they're still stepping over those boundaries, doing whatever they want to do. That's the main piece of the puzzle that you have to focus on right here, because the boundaries ain't being respected. If people don't respect boundaries when you're trying to set the boundaries with them, y'all can't have nothing else after that. Y'all can't have nothing else after that. There's plenty of men and there's plenty of women out here who don't want their significant other following people of the opposite gender on all their social medias. They don't want you liking their pictures. They don't want you liking their videos. Definitely don't want you texting them. Don't want you meeting up with people randomly and you trying to be sneaky and all that stuff. That it's a lot of people out here like that, bro. And what T Banks is explaining to me, I think that's the bare minimum. And the simple fact that it's like you still doing what you want to do in this point in time, that tells you everything that needs to be known. Like we're not finna try to make this a thing no longer. Don't come around me or anything of that nature. Don't worry about what I'm gonna do. Just know I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be focused on making me a better me because I can't stay here and continue to get damaged by what's going on. Because I feel like I'm not being heard. I feel like I'm not being respected. And as a man, and even if you a woman, you just want to be heard and you want to be respected when it comes to somebody doing things that's not of what we would consider the faithful oath. I'm gonna just call it that, the faithful oath. And like I said earlier, I understand people ain't perfect, but you have to recognize when someone is doing what they want to do. By the sounds of it, she's doing what she wants to do. And that's it. What he say don't matter. What he say don't matter because she's doing what she wants to do.
To do with that. I see her later on and I ask her, what did you post on these subscriptions? She posted a picture of her in a nightgown showing her ass. And I asked her why she did that, knowing that I do not align with that. You know what she told me? She just needed some money. Now, like I was saying, August comes around. This is August. She would turn off her location multiple times. She could not control her anger. I would go over there to talk to her, not saying that I could ever control my anger, and I have not gotten angry in conversations because I definitely have. I go over to her house to speak. She starts to crash out. I leave. When I leave, I get pulled over. I ask her to leave me alone. She pulls up to my house. The amount of yelling matches the security has heard, I have gotten noise complaints in my apartment, and he has told me that she cannot come back to my crib. This man has seen her crash out. He has prayed the best for me. He says, I hope you find someone that does not argue with like that. I understand how it feels. He told me he had to leave his marriage of 20 years because he dealt with that for every day. September rolls around and arguments are intensifying. They're getting worse. And she calls me my number one thing, which I ask every woman to not call me. In September, she calls me a bitch ass. And y'all want to know what the reasoning, what our argument was for? Our argument was before, and mind you, I had never called her a bitch. She calls me a bitch and a bitch ass. And the reason why she called me a bitch and a bitch ass in the argument is because she was going to an NBA YoungBoy concert, and I couldn't go because that's not my content to film an NBA YoungBoy concert, and she just really wanted me to come. And I'm telling her, I cannot go, I cannot go, I cannot go. I have to stay and stream. That was the whole premise of the argument. I walk away because she's yelling, and in front of my apartment, in front of my security, she starts calling me a bitch. Now, mind y'all, this is when it starts getting bad. She wouldn't unfollow nobody that she had dealings with. All that shit I found out, and yet she still chose to be disrespectful. There was one period of time where I'm hanging out with her and her homegirl. She calls a popular content creator, not a streamer. I asked her, do you know this content creator? Her homegirl says, yeah. I said, Cam, you know them? She says, yeah. I said, how do you know them? She looks me in my eyes in front of her homegirl and says, fine. I look at her homegirl looks up at me and looks back down. I said, what do you mean? She's like, oh, they're fine. I asked the homegirl, I said, is that respectful if I sit the back by the girl in front of her? Homegirl says no. That's not respectful, but I'm not going to speak on it because relationships are different. Now, mind y'all, when September come around, constant disrespect got worse. She would keep stopping me from streaming, and she did things that was disrespectful. NBA YoungBoy is one of her favorite artists, and Chris Brown is one of her favorite artists. She told me how much these guys were her celebrity crushes at one point when she was younger. We're in a public relationship at this point. She would repost things saying that Chris Brown and NBA YoungBoy are her exact type. She would repost things of this nature. I would ask her not to. She told me in my face, I'm not unreposting. This is my social media. You cannot control me, and you're being controlling and insecure. She said, a man won't control anything I do on my social media. This is my fault.
Okay, let me speak on that real quick. We have to establish a difference between insecurity and respect, because a lot of times people often get the two mixed up. Insecurities, what can I give as an example of like insecurity? Insecurities to me is when people purposely try to get you to feel down about yourself because they feel down about themselves. Like they're insecure about them. It's something about them on the inside that they're missing. So they want you to miss the same thing that they're missing. Like that's what insecure is to me. Like you're not all the way confident within you. So you go around here and you be player hating, or you be sitting up here trying to dim people light that's around you because you don't want them to go out and get all the attention. Like that's what insecurity is to me. If he's sitting up here and it's just why you sitting over here oohing and ahhing over dudes that celebrities for, and I'm telling you, like, come on now, chill. I'm right here. Like, golly, you don't feel that way about me, and I ask you to just take it down out of respect, and you don't do it. But vice versa, what if I had done that to a female R&B singer or a female rapper? How would you feel about that? I'm saying, oh, those are my type. I'm posting pictures of them, hearts, hard eyes. Oh, they look good, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. How would you feel if I did that to you? That's what we need to take into consideration. You're dishing it, but if I did you the same way, could you take it? Would you be all right with it? Would it make sense to you? Would you be all in my face trying to fight, telling me to take it down? Or was we just gonna sit up here and keep calling it insecure? Insecurity, you know? That's not him being insecure. That's him just simply making requests. I don't care who you are, man. You don't want your significant other on and on over no other person of the opposite gender, no matter if they're a celebrity. It don't matter. It don't matter, bro. If that's what it is, bro, that's a red flag to me. That's a red flag to me because if an opportunity ever presented itself for you to get in a room with Chris Brown and or Youngboy, and they tell you to come over, and they all in your ear trying to be all you know, you gonna go. You gonna go. You're gonna go. If you're showing this now, it's only a matter of time before you actually get in the room around Chris Brown and or Youngboy. And it don't take nothing but for them to just, well, they send somebody from their team over, hey, such and such said you look good. You wanna, you know, get in the sprinter, get on the PJ, we go do this, we go do that, or you want to come back to the crib, you want to come to the after party, this, that, and the third. It don't take nothing but for that to happen, and you just straight on over there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you showing beforehand. If you show qualities like that in a minor situation, like what T Banks explained and with posting the stuff on social media, if you ever get in a situation where you backstage after one of their concerts and you sitting there trying to be all fanned out and all that, you gonna go. You gonna go. You already showing that you gonna go beforehand.
She left comments on NBA YoungBoy. There would be girls saying how fine NBA YoungBoy is, and that's their husband. She would leave comments from us, we all gotta fight. This is my husband too. Mind you, this is months into the relationship. She got one phone case of NBA YoungBoy. I asked her not to put that on your phone case. At this point, you are fantasizing and putting above the person that you're a man above your because how much music you like. You're walking around with another man in your phone case. She crashes out, calls me insecure, takes the phone case, takes it off. A month later, buys another one. She would do things and there would be no resolution at all. She would call me insecure, controlling, and that I'm doing too much. October goes around. Nothing bad really happens except for the arguing in public. We were arguing in front of friends. She constantly called me out my name, and I finally started to disconnect. I went to Seattle and Portland for her. She asked me to go because of a party. When I go, we drinking. She gets extremely drunk. Not really bad, but she gets very friendly. Mind you, she has already gone off about me, about my ex, about things I say on stream. She has me on a belt. So in October, we go to Portland. She starts drinking and she gets very friendly in front of me. There was girls that was trying to talk to me and I was curving girls left to right. She gets drunk and some guy that had made a weird advance to her at one point a couple months ago comes up to her and makes a joke. She laughs, bounces down on one knee, slaps this leg, and starts laughing the hardest I ever seen her laugh. One of her homeboys come around and makes a joke about cracking her friends. I don't know if this is on purpose. I have no beef with this man. I think he was drunk out of his mind. He accidentally touched her chest. Her friend looks at me. I look at her friend. I'm surrounded by about 15. If I get mad and snuff this, I probably wouldn't be here at this point. 15 with bottles in their hand, I'm going to get jumped. I look at the friend, I get extremely upset. Her friend can't defend her. I look at Cameron, I say, why are you being friendly in front of my face? This girl looks me in my eyes, turns around, walks away, and says, I'm not dealing with this shit, and walks the fuck away. I have to pick her up to take her to the car because I was her only ride. I take her to the car. She's laughing in my face about the situation. I get to the hotel. Me being a good guy, I pay for 3 hotel rooms. One for her, one for me, and one for her friend still. Her friend says to me, which I have no problem with her friend, that if you was to do the opposite, you would be right now. You would be getting absolutely cursed out, and she would leave your ass alone.
For real though.
Cameron, while drunk, decides to curse
For real.
me and her friend the fuck out. She calls me and her friend weird and curses us out in front of the hotel staff because she was the one being friendly. She cursed me out for about 3 hours straight.
That's crazy. That is crazy, boy.
Her only way of fixing it, I go to the crib. She makes me miss my flight on purpose because she wants to fix things. This is number 5 of no resolution. November comes around, December comes around. This is when it gets the worst of the worst. Clippers, they clipped that out of context during the subathon with the sole purpose of making money. I'm not reading the script, but I made sure to put this in documents so I wouldn't miss nothing. December comes around, and Clippers during the subathon clipped out of purpose, and we have proof of it being mad because they did not get paid for clips because they were clipping it out of context with the sole purpose of getting views. This is when DEO Yarn, everybody started getting on my ass. I'm going to take full accountability at this point. Chat, the troll and the jokes on stream, no matter what we were dealing with in private, that is something that I don't think is a good light, and I am never doing again with no girls. I'm going to take full accountability. I play too much, I rage bait, and I troll man, woman, kid, old adult, elder, and that's just my personality. That's why I got my ass whooped a lot as a kid. That's why my dad used to get mad at me. I play way too much. And I'm not going to take that from nobody because I played at funerals, I played at weddings, I played in school, I trolled, I rage baited teachers, I rage baited my friends. That's why I got in fights with friends. I am a that plays way too much. Way too much. And I don't think it'll ever go away because the person I got it from is my dad. I probably play way more than him, but that's who I got it from. When I say funerals, like me and my dad would make jokes. Yes, at funerals, we would see people get the Holy Ghost. We would start playing around and trolling. That's our relationship. So I got it from my pops, but that does not excuse the shit I was seeing on stream. And even if, no matter how I felt about the off-camera, that does not excuse me trolling like that on camera. Me playing around, me rage baiting, me trolling. So I'm going to take full accountability with that 100%. That's on me. I play too much. Even when I watch some of the clips with me and Cynthia, I'd be like, damn, he was going too hard, my nigga. Sure, it was funny in the moment, but like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, you playing too much, man. Some of this shit might not even seem like playing, like something you might seem like you actually hate this person. Like, I'm doing way too much. Like, sometimes I look, I'm like, yo, cuz, I'm wilding, cuz. And I even apologized to her about that. I even said, you know what, some of those clips, some of the things I was doing was fucked up. So I even apologized to my ex. Like, I wasn't even going through nothing. It wasn't like, I thought it was funny, but looking back, that shit was not funny at all. Now, some of the shit we go back and forth, sure, but for the most part, like, that shit was, at that point, making you seem like you putting someone on a platform just to embarrass them. And it's not something that I just realized, gang. I'm 25. I've been realized it. And I ended up doing it again. And now I'm just learning from it, being a better person. And yeah, so that's just, just taking accountability. And there's still gonna be people mad that I take accountability for it. Like there's gonna be the comments that still say things like, well, you feel did it anyway, and I just still don't like you anyways. You just talk about money. I'm going to take full accountability. I'm not doing it to win those sides back. I don't give a fuck if you make a documentary on your job, on your break at your job. I'm not doing it to win those back. I'm doing it because it's a grown man's what I'm supposed to do. I should be the one developing my character, taking accountability, and realizing that I can be just as a fucked up human being as anyone else. So December rolls around. She's arguing with me during my whole subathon. Nez heard it, and I'm sure some of you guys in the chat heard it. I go to sleep. I wake up one day. She went through my old phone. She's seen 3 Snapchat notifications and a Hinge. She accused me of cheating. I sit right there and I said, "Are you sure?" I opened up my phone. The 3 Snapchat notifications was from Team Snapchat. And Hinge was offloaded on my phone. I didn't even use it. It was on my old phone from when I did a dating app segment a year ago. She gets mad anyway, doesn't take accountability and say, "I'm sorry for accusing you," and argues with me until she leaves the house. She would not stop. I'm telling you, and the clippers that clipped this during the subathon clipped it out of context on purpose. When we were at the mall and they put sad music behind it, and she was confessing her feelings in the car about how she just wants me to listen, and there were 38-year-old men saying she's right, T-Banks is the problem. They didn't clip the moment beforehand where it lagged, where she was cursing me out, telling me to shut the fuck up, cursing me out in front of people in public at the mall when I was just asking her to calm down. I'm doing a subathon right now. They didn't clip that moment. And the people that was in the stream seen that. Y'all seen it. Y'all was there. They're going to clip the moment to where we're in the car. And I'm finally like, "Bro, what is your problem?" And she starts explaining about how she just wants me to listen as a girl and put sad music behind it. But when she told me to shut the fuck up, when I was telling her this is a one-way, you're going down the wrong road, and when I wouldn't say anything and I would be quiet and she would still curse me the fuck out just for being quiet and walking, they didn't clip that. She got mad at me for being quiet. She got mad at me for talking. She would tell me to shut the fuck up. She was belittling me and cursing me out in front of people at the mall, and I asked her to respectfully stop. That's why I walked away from her. And there's
I'm not gonna lie. T Banks, you put up with this a whole lot longer than what you should have. I'm sitting up here and I'm listening. And the stuff that's going on, brother, you put up with that a lot longer than what you should have. You should have been skedaddle. You should have been got on about your business, because it's only so much, you know what I'm saying, that you can do. It's only so much that you can do, my brother. And you wasted more time than what you needed to there. Straight up. You wasted more time than what you needed to, man. You should have been left. You should have been left, you know? You should have been left, gang.
that was getting mad because we told them we're not paying you for clipping out of context. And that's when DEO Yarn came. And all this started coming. And I even told her I have text proof. I said, "You know what? I'm going to take all the flack for everything that happened. I don't want your character being attacked. I don't want your family dealing with it. I'll take DEO Yarn. I'll take all these on my back no matter what happens behind closed doors." And I have text proof of that shit. And I still took all the shots. I said, "Don't worry about it. I'll take it." I told her, well, not man to man, but man to woman. I said, "I'll take every single thing they're saying about me right now, because I don't want them to attack you. I don't give a fuck what happened on Subathon. I don't give a fuck no matter what happened between us. I'll take all the heat. I texted her this, and I told her this in person. I said, don't worry about a single thing. I'm not going to come out and say nothing about you. Anything that happened, I'll take it. I'm the content creator. I'm the one that put the platform out. I don't give a fuck if it's clipped out of context and niggas don't know what the fuck is going on. I said, I'll take it. And I dealt with that shit for 2 months. And nobody knew what the fuck was going on. I got on a subathon after crying, gang. I was emotional. I don't even notice. I went downstairs and I cried. From the out of context, from the arguing, and it was 5 days of being on camera. And I still came upstairs and gave y'all great content. And I told her, I said, don't worry about what these is saying. I said, I'm not gonna flip it. I might have told Camel Boy, I said, I'll take all the heat, gang. I said, I'll take it. I said, I'll take it. I don't know if they try to cancel me, take my career. I said, you're not gonna deal with that shit. These, what they talking about. I don't give a fuck about these 40-year-old men that say T Banks is the problem. Most of these is gay. Y'all sitting right here talking about a whole nother man relationship and you don't know what that's going on and you don't fix it in yours. These is talking about whether or not I'm a good man. Do you want to date me? And they don't know what that happened. They watching out of context clips. But when I was getting cursed out, when I was getting told shut the fuck up, when I was getting cursed out and belittled in front of people at the mall, nobody didn't say anything. I said, I'll take the heat, man.
It ain't too many people that would have did that. It ain't too many people that would have did that. A lot of situations that occur where you receiving backlash on the internet, bro, it ain't too many people that's finna step up and just take the heat and not come out with the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if he did that, he real. You know what I'm saying? If that's what he did, then he real for that. Regardless to if my bad. Regardless to if he's taking the heat for her or regardless to if he's, I said regardless if he's taking the heat for her or for somebody else or for her and somebody else. It's the simple fact that he's still doing it. He's still doing it, bro. Ain't too many people finna sit up there and let that go by. Because anytime somebody get to taking the heat and it's false, a lot of people let the internet get all their opinions and stuff out. Then that's when you hear people clear the air. So the simple fact that he just sat back and did nothing, hey, he real for that. And let me kind of add this into it too, man. Even if you sitting there taking the heat, or even if you go and explain your side of the story, people are still gonna believe what they want to believe, bro. The internet is the internet. It's undefeated. It's make believe. People use the internet to come in, you know what I'm saying, spread business. And when I say spread business, I mean like spread stuff that probably shouldn't even be on the internet and stuff like that. The internet is undefeated, bro. You'll never be able to defeat the internet. Even if you sitting up here and you dropping the truth and you exposing it and got receipts with it, people will still sit up here and be like, well, I still rock with so-and-so. It might not be a whole lot of people that do that, but there's going to be some people out here that do that. They could be looking at the truth and they'll still accept the lie just because of the person that told the lie. It really do go like that on the internet, bro. So you know what I'm saying? The simple fact that he didn't take that, you know what I'm saying, initiative to go and clear the air, he real for that. Anybody that do that, they real for that. You know what I'm saying?
And that whole PR came because I didn't want nobody attacking her. Ask Camel Boy why that whole PR happened. While me and him came up with a plan to fix everything that's going on. Ask him why that happened. Because I said, I don't want people to attack her. I'm going to fix my image on my own. That's why that PR end up in the I didn't start doing PR because that's just some shit I fixed it because I didn't want nobody else to deal with it. So I said, I'll fix my own shit. I'm not going to fix my PR by telling people the truth and letting somebody else deal with some shit. I said, I'll deal with it. And nobody's going to take that shit from me. I said, I'll deal with it. All the people attacking me, not knowing what's going on, I'll deal with it. I'm going to protect your image and your career. And the only reason why I wasn't even going to do this stream, chat, I was going to spark up to my 1.6, 1.5K today and play Roblox to give y'all a yap session and play do some. Only reason why I sparked up today was because this shit is all over Twitter. This shit is all over TikTok. And this person only went on live to hurt my career. She has nothing for her to gain by telling her side of the story. You don't do YouTube. You don't stream. Your family's already taken care of. There's no reason for you to go on live and sit right there and say, I'm going to expose him other than to hurt me. And this is not the only time she's threatening to go on. I have a video of her saying she's going to go on the internet to expose me. Expose what? A story between us? No matter if I cheated or you cheated, no matter what happened, these don't need to know. This is between us. This is private.
Yeah, for real though, bro.
She knows.
That's the big issue that I was trying to get at earlier, man. I don't care if somebody cheated. I don't care if y'all had y'all differences or whatever the case may be. When it's not meant to be put on the internet, bro, it's just not meant to be put on the internet, dog. It ain't nobody else's business. Don't nobody need to know. That's private. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like being a celebrity or just a social media content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it, is like folks, when you want to outside looking in, people have a hard time believing that like celebrities are regular people. Like the same way an average man or an average woman is out here cheating and they get exposed on Facebook, you got celebrities out here that do it just as much, bro. Like folks are human. And folks are gonna make mistakes, folks gonna make bad choices, folks gonna, you know what I'm saying, be who they wanna be. I don't know what the kick is with getting on the internet and exposing something that needs to stay private. I can understand if it's something that needs awareness spreaded over it or you need to shed light on it or something like that. But if it's something that people all over the world don't need to know, then don't get on the internet talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. And then I guess it's just a lot of people like to stir up drama or whatever the case may be, bruh. Folks just like to store up, like I said, store. A lot of people just like to stir up drama. Like that's the stupid part right there, bruh. The drama gotta stop at some point. Like, all right, if that's what it is, that's what it is. Leave that between y'all and just keep it off the internet, bro. Like, you ain't gotta sit there and explain stuff to people just because people curious, because they ain't gonna see y'all together no more, whatever the case may be. If they want to build their own opinions, or the bloggers want to start doing videos, or folks want to start posting on social media about how they don't see y'all together, just let them do that, bro. Like, at some point when you well known, you have to take initiative and keeping your life private. You can't just expose everything about you. You know what I'm saying? And the person who you dealing with, they have to be on the same type of time. They got to be on the same type of time. It can't be like that, bro. Like, for real.
About fear bucks. She knows about these people posting me saying, I don't give a f. She knows this shit is going to come back on me. If I blow the f, if I fall off tomorrow, if I get allegations on my name. If I fall off tomorrow, she's still taken care of. Y'all have y'all life to go on. Camel Boy has a new streamer to work with. Spacey's gonna post for a new YouTuber. My life is fucked up. I lose my car. I lose my dog. I lose my apartment. I lose my brand deals. I go back to being fucked up in life. And what the fuck did she lose from this situation? Not anything. Y'all gonna find a new streamer to watch. In a year, no one's gonna say, yo, you good? Yo, do you need some money? Where are you going on TikTok for to even go on live for what? What are you doing that for? What story? What do people need to know something that happened between us privately? That has nothing to do with people. I was never gonna go in here and tell y'all any of this. It has nothing to do with y'all. Not a single thing. This don't say T-Banks and nobody else's name. This is one person and one person only. This is one person and one person only. No one else gets the right to take this. No one gets the right to take this. Not a single person on this earth. Not a single person, because you didn't build this. I did. No one else gets to take this from me. Like when my mom calls me and she can't pay her rent and I can't pay it no more because you decided to take that from me. They don't understand that shit. Bro, I can take care of my family now. And if I can't do that no more, what the fuck is there left for you to offer me?
All right, let me speak on this. This is why, as a social media influencer, social media can't be the only thing that you do as a means of making money. Get your social media money rolling in first. But at some point, you're going to have to invest in something. Whether you buy a percentage, a little small percentage of a company, whether you start a business, clothing, whether you start making movie, whatever it is that you do other than content, you're gonna have to do something other than just content. Because channels get banned, you know what I'm saying? Situations like this happen and people turn their backs on you, regardless of if you right or wrong. And regardless to what's going on, man, life is still gonna hit. As a human being, you have to always make sure you're in a spot to win for you. And I wouldn't even necessarily say win, to survive, to live, to be comfortable. If the social media money drop up today, oh, I got my business. My business generate X amount of dollars every single month, or close to X amount of dollars every single month. I'm good. If my mama called me, she needs something, I got her. Pops called me, he needs something, I got him. If I got siblings, they need something, I got them. If my spouse needs something or my significant other needs something, I got them. That's how it's gotta be. You can't sit up here, be a social media influencer, and social media money is the only money you make. Now we gotta spread that out of different places now. We gotta create other assets now. We got to create other assets now. We might get rental properties. We might get our own Airbnbs. We might start flipping houses. We might get into construction. We might get our own cars, put them on Turo, start renting our own cars as rental cars. We might have start our own rental car company. We might start, you know what I'm saying? Our own brand of water, our own brand of sports drinks, our own brand of soda, our own brand of chips, our own brand of microwavable noodles, our own brand of seasoning, our own brand of hamburger patties, our own brand of shoes, socks, shirt. We can start our own brand of whatever. You have to put your money in different places when you're a social media influencer. And not even just the influencer, a rapper, an actor. Put your money in different places. Because you ain't gonna always want to act. You ain't gonna always want to rap. It's gonna get to a point where that road is gonna come to an end for you. And when it do come to an end, that money still has to be rolling in. It has to. It has to, bro. For so many reasons.
Now, there's more to the story, and this is where I'm going to take accountability of where I fucked up. January rolls around, New Year's. I tell her I'm done. She says I ruined her New Year's. Boom, boom, boom. At this point, I let her know I don't want to be with you no more. Not ever. At this point, I linked two shorties. One being a girl, she found out because she's found hair in my bathroom because she came over. Second one, I linked with my ex. It's already out there. So she finds out I linked with a shorty because she found hair in my bathroom. Second girl, she finds out I linked with my ex. At this point, I told her I don't want to be with her no more. I go over her crib. I sit right there and say, you know what? Maybe we can work on things. She says she's going to give me a chance to work on things after she found out about the first girl. But then she looks at me in my eyes and says, if we get back together on God, I'm going to play in your face with other. So I linked with my ex. And I said, fuck working on things. So the first girl I linked with, she finds out from some hair and shit. And I said, damn, that's fucked up. I didn't really feel bad, but I was like, you know what? You say you want to work on things? Okay. Maybe I can get a chance to work on shit. I come over, she's calling me a B word. She's saying, oh God, I'm going to play with in your face. I will never respect you again. So I linked with my ex. I said, whatever. So I linked with my ex. The way that she found out I linked with my ex, she pulled up to my crib at 2 o'clock in the morning. I opened the doors. Somehow, some way, I walked out right as she was walking to my door. This is the craziest shit ever. I wake up at like 1:30. I'm like, yo, I got to get some air, bro. My throat was hurting. I opened the door. Cameron is standing right there. By this point, my security, she would sneak in. Security said she can't come in. She knew the code to my building, and she would sneak in. She literally would, the security literally said, you can't come in. I get security to kick her out, because I ain't gonna lie, there's a bit in the crib. You know, the ex is here. So I'm like, this is about to go bad. So
at that point, gang, just get you a restraining order. Get you a restraining order, bro, because that's a dangerous game right there. If you trying to get away from her and she still got access to get into your crib, get a restraining order. Go about getting the codes changed to get into your spot. Change the locks on the door. You gotta take uh caution. You gotta take steps to protecting you and make sure you good. You can't sit up here and just know that this is happening and you don't take the proper steps. You should have called the authorities, get a restraining order file a police report. Like, you gotta make the proper people aware of this. So further on down the line, if something pops up, you're not the one that's getting in trouble. And now they gotta come cuff you and put you in jail, and you gotta fight on a court case and all this stuff here. No, go ahead and start taking the proper steps now to ensure your safety, your well-being, and your protection, bro. If she's sneaking into your spot, she could be leaving traps and stuff for you to walk into. You know what I'm saying? People do that. People are evil, man. Like, you have to go about protecting yourself. Put surveillance cameras in your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta take those steps, man. Don't just sit up there. Know that somebody is sneaking into your spot who you no longer deal with, and you don't take the proper steps. Oh, she got past security. Well, tell security they gonna have to tighten up. If she do get in, get her out. Tell security they gonna have to tighten up, man. Y'all gonna have to be more on y'all P's and Q's. All I's have to be dotted, all T's have to be crossed. We can't play no games here because that's your likeness, that's your life, that's your money, that's your safety that we talking about right here, right now.
Try to do some
Straight
crazy
up,
shit. I try to
straight
get her to
up.
get out of the crib.
No ifs, ands, and
Um,
buts, bro. Like, nah, straight
she
up.
goes downstairs. She sends her friend upstairs. She snuck past security with her friend, and the security's on my side. He don't let nobody in, no girl, unless I approve of it. But she sneaks in. He tells the girl, no, you cannot come in here. She says, oh, no, I know the code. I'm going upstairs to see my friend. I walk out with my ex. As I walk out with my ex, her friend is in front of my door. Her friend sees my ex. She says, wow, Tamari. Walks off. I say, go on about your business. My ex goes home. I go on a drive for about 2 hours. I come home. I don't see Cam's car. I don't see her friend's car. I'm walking to my crib. I take the stairs. I do a sigh of relief. I'm like, damn, man. I guess it is what it is. I'm going inside to take a nap. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Camera comes around the corner. We get into about what happened. Boom, bam, bop. After that, she was trying to continue the relationship. And I told her multiple times, I don't want to be with you. And it sounds fucked up, and I'll take accountability. I did link with 2 Jones after I told her I didn't want to be with her no more. She found out, and she still was trying to be with me afterwards, and I still told her I didn't want to be with her. And I can understand that may feel like someone's fucked up to feel, but at this point, I had lost all empathy. After everything that happened, I kind of lost all empathy for her. So in my head, I was kind of like, I just don't want to be with you no more. So before she starts posting DMs, all this stuff that I know she's going to respond with, that is the full story. And she was trying. She was buying me stuff, sending stuff to my crib, trying to get me to go out, want to see me on my birthday, things of that nature. And I kept telling her, no, respectfully, I'm good. I just don't see myself with you ever again. And there's proof of this. There was, I'm not going to lie, she's going to probably post screenshots. I was in a relationship. I was saying like, oh, I do want to be with you. Ooh, I do miss you. And it wasn't leading on. I'm just like, you behind the camera. I'm a human being. Look at me. Oh, T-Banks is just a robotic AI streamer. I'm a human being. You know, let me cut myself open and see if I got metal inside me. Before you start making it seem like I'm leading her on this mother. Nah, bro, this is real flesh and meat. I'm a human being just like everyone else. So there probably is things that I was texting people can seem like, oh, but you was saying this and you was doing this. I'm doing what you do in your relationship, gang. Human. I'm not some mythical being. I'm not a god. I'm just a regular that's funny, that blew up from 2 times speed. That's it. I'm just a guy. Outside of this streaming shit, I'm just a human being.
I can respect that. I can respect that. I can respect that.
So, basically, that's the full story. There is no reason that I was ever going to come on live and do this. I didn't want to. Didn't think it was cool. I don't farm drama. If I was going to farm drama, I'd have farmed drama with D.O. Yarn. And I understand niggas gotta get paid, but Fear Buck and all the mother that posted this shit and was trying to get paid, y'all is weird, cuz. And I fuck with Fear Buck heavy. But they got niggas saying T-Banks files, all type of shit. And I just think that's just personally weird. And for people thinking that I'm a pimp and stuff like that, I never said I didn't get back during a relationship. I just didn't say anything. Oh, nah. I think I'm a bitch. I don't tell my stories for no reason. Nah, when she was still following on Instagram and shit. I just don't. Get back's supposed to be quiet. So I didn't say I didn't do anything. Nigga, I never said that. I was quiet about my. I don't kill in the street and then go tell the police about it. Nigga, I be quiet about it. I never said during the relationship I didn't do anything. Y'all, I just told y'all the shit she's gonna tell y'all. That's the difference. You don't go killing in the street and then tell you killed the. That's not what you do.
Yeah. You got a point.
You I never said I didn't do nothing. Point down. I don't tell my stories about shit I went through for the past from nothing. Like I don't know how girls operate. I never.
But see, that all ties into keeping your business to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your business to yourself. If the people who you telling it to wasn't a part of it, I don't feel the need to have a conversation about a relationship that I was in, that I had to deal with. I was the one that had to deal with all this. You know what I'm saying? I might have did some stuff that I ain't proud of, but this is my situation, not my situation and y'all's situation. No, this is just me. So regardless to how you feel about me, I'm not finna have you all in my business. Because at this point, like, why would I? What's the purpose?
I never said that. I never said that. Anyways. Now, the Valentine's Day shit, I go to her crib. She has my camera. Got my camera back. She got into a car accident. She was all right. She was making sure she's okay. Told her I'm doing a 20v1. That's when she went on TikTok live. The reason why I told her I'm doing a 20v1, I have no reason to lie to her. We weren't together. So when she was like, yo, I told her I'm doing a stream on Valentine's Day. She had a problem with me doing a 20v1. Watch how I clock her teeth. She said, well, nigga, I was expecting you to do something for me on Valentine's Day. I was expecting flowers, or if you didn't do anything or take me out or give me roses, you were cut. Mind you, ever since we broke up, she's been constantly posting her body. She has went outside, and the day that she got in a car accident, she was going to go outside to be in other sections. I would rather eat this table than to send you flowers. Give me a butter knife and a fork.
Should not eat the table, T. Not the table, T.
So she went on there and was like, yeah, he was gonna go on a 20v1 for Valentine's Day. But during the whole 2 weeks, that same night she was going to a club, whether or not she was gonna be on or not, she was going to a club, going to a section where there's men around, where she has seen men that previously have tried to talk to her before, that's Snapchatting her. You're posting shit on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, your body. You're posting shit you knew that I was not okay with during a relationship to spite me. But yet, you're mad because I said I'm gonna do a 20v1 on Valentine's Day. And you expected me to buy you flowers because of what happened in our relationship? Then she go on live and say, yeah, he's gonna do a 20v1. Am I tripping? Is DEO Yarn right? Am I a bitch ass for doing that 20v1? Would y'all have bought flowers and took someone out on Valentine's Day if they did that to you and y'all broke up? Or am I valid for doing what I was supposed to do? If I'm posting my ass, my feet, my titty, my cleavage, and I'm going out to clubs and shit, y'all would have did the thing for the girl? Am I tripping?
No, sir.
Or am I valid for doing the 20v1? It's my career. I can do what I want.
Would not have.
Only reason why the 20v1 fell through is because Airbnb
no.
us.
Chat. No. I promise you, I would not have. I would not have, chat. No. I'd be doggone. Because who do you think I am? I'm not a simpy. No, I'm not. You got the wrong guy. You got the wrong guy.
Yeah, that's planned to the T.
Wrong guy.
Airbnb
that ain't me.
just at the last moment. That's the only reason why we didn't do the 20v1. All of our accounts kept getting banished. We were trying to book an Airbnb and it would say some shit. So I'm tripping. What I was supposed to do a 20v, I was supposed to take you out to Valentine's Day. I'm wrong for that? But you can go out to clubs. The only reason why we even seen each other that day is it because a couple days prior, or it was a minute ago, we had linked after all this stuff. I'm talking to her in person. I look at her phone. Her phone has the nigga that she used to talk to randomly called her after not speaking to her for a year. So I left and I blocked her. I said, yeah, I'm not going through that shit again. Bye. The only reason why we started talking again is because she got into that car accident and she was planning on going out that night. So you was going to go out that night and the next day expect me to take you out on a date and flowers while you're posting your body, going out in sections, drinking and clubbing and partying? And then you're mad because I said I'm going to do a 20v1. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. You can only have one choice.
Oh shoot, my doggone mic was turned down. But hey, bro, listen here, everybody that's joining in, man. If you new, please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I do reactions, so from now on, I'm live streaming every reaction that I do. I used to go the traditional way, record and edit and all that good stuff there. Nope, I'm straight up live streaming everything now. Y'all finna get it real and raw. Ain't no rubber gonna be on it. Y'all finna get it real and raw. Do you hear me? Real and raw is how you finna get it. You finna get it real and raw. So with that being said, man, if y'all have not subscribed, please make sure y'all subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell, set it to all, so y'all can know when I go live. Please, I would appreciate it. And yeah, man, we gonna rock out. I promise y'all, man, I'm an entertaining person. Y'all just gotta let me get in the zone. Y'all gotta give me a chance. Y'all let me get in the zone. I promise y'all, I won't disappoint. Promise I won't dis. I promise you, I won't disappoint. Do you hear me? I will deliver. Put the ball in my hand. I'm LeBron James. I'm a score 25 plus. I'm dunking on everybody. LeBron in his prime when he played for the Heat. Yeah, nah, that's how we rolling with it. Now, do you hear me? That's how we rolling with it. That's how we rolling with it. Do you hear me? Nah, do you hear me? But now, let me get back to it, man. I done goofed off enough. I done goofed off enough, y'all. My bad. My bad, my bad, my bad.
She told me if I didn't get her shit for Valentine's Day, I was cut. She was going to cut me off. But I can go out. That's the only reason why we seen each other, because she got into a car accident. If she never was in that car accident, she was going out. I wouldn't have known. I didn't even know she was going out. I didn't even know that she had went out previously before that. There's one that I gotta be honest with. There's one person. There's one person that warned me about this. And I'm not throwing him underneath the bus. I went to Miami.
Please don't say who I think you finna say.
Named Hefe.
Oh, never mind.
He streams GTA and he helped me do my cameraman work just out of the strength of being a bro. He said, whatever you do, keep it content. And I didn't listen to that. He said, no, I don't have no promise to work, sir, boom, boom, boom. But he said, just to keep yourself safe. Hefe said, just keep it content. And I didn't listen to this. Hefe has motion too. He's not a little big on YouTube, big in the GTRP space, streams. Oh, he's in here? What's up, my? It's like the
All in
seen it
all,
before
though,
it
bro,
happened.
listening to T Banks tell this story, he stayed longer than what he should have stayed, man. You put up with the BS longer than what you should have put up with it, bro. Straight up. I don't know too many dudes that would have stayed past the couple little things that you said happened like right in the beginning before y'all started dating. Like the I don't know too many people that would have stayed past that. Just like you sitting up here like towards the beginning of the video, he was like she was giving him compliments, but she'll turn around and say she's seen somebody else with something better. Like, oh, you look good, but I done seen better. Or you got this, but I seen better. Like, that's a red flag for me because how you gonna compliment me and then turn right around and try to belittle me to my face all because you seen somebody with something that you think is bigger or better. The whole dude sleeping over to her crib thing and her saying that you have to accept it, that's really the red flag right there. Because why are you so comfortable with letting dudes sleep over at your place for? I don't care if he sleep in the living room and you sleep in the bedroom. Y'all still in the same space together. The whole her posting on social media saying that Chris Brown and Young Boy is her type, her still posting her body on social media and OnlyFans and Instagram subscriptions and all that after you told her not to. Like, all that's red flags right there. And once again, let me say this because I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm judging this girl. I'm not trying to judge this girl. I don't know her to even speak about anything that she has going on. Let me say that now. I'm not trying to judge this girl. I'm simply just trying to keep it as an opinion that I'm giving on what T Bankston said. Like with just those couple red flags, man, you should have been left, man. You should have been left. Like this story shouldn't even be this long. This story shouldn't even be this long, bro. Straight up, T, you should have left. T, you should have been left after you found out dudes were sleeping over at her crib. That should have been the straw right there. Hey, this is where we draw the line. Flag on the play. This is where we draw the line at right here. That should have been where you cut that off right then and now. But I understand that you know what I'm saying. You had your feelings or whatever, and you still wanted to give it a benefit of the doubt and not just jump to conclusions. I understand that. You know, but you got to know when and when not to. Like, and that was a situation where you should have straight up.
Not all this shit, but you told me don't do it, man. As we wind down, that's all I'm gonna speak on. There's other shit that can be talked about, not going to. And like I said, I'm taking full accountability for the trolling, the rage baiting, the joking. And I gotta realize at one point, was I chasing numbers and preteen validation, or was I really doing it because it was just content? Because at one point, the banter in the relationship turns into straight disrespect. That's what I was doing. What's good, my D-Lou? And that's on me. That's on me. I was chasing, I think the shit that I was doing, the rage baiting and trolling, it could have been hurt from real world situations. And it could have been me chasing 15-year-old laughs and clips on TikTok. And that's not a good image because that's not even who I am off camera. I don't say I don't play around and I don't troll and I don't rage bait a girl I'm with. I'm a rage baiting ass boyfriend. And that sounds immature as at 25 to say. I'm just a rage baiting, trolling ass person. I like to get rage baited and trolled back. I like to play around all day. because it keeps me from going insane when I play around. Like when I play around, that's how I like did not literally kill myself growing up, my nigga. And it sounds crazy to say that. That's the only.
All right, y'all. I think we gonna set it off right here for the night, man. Uh, I think the main pieces of the story, we done already dug into it. We done already reacted to it. So we done been on here for almost 2 hours now. I definitely appreciate everybody that pulled up, the people that came in the chat and showed love. Those of you that's giving me a chance, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go crazy in the comments, man, on this replay. For everybody that's gonna come in contact with me, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get as honest as y'all possibly can. Say what you think, say what you would have done, how you would have moved about the situation, so forth and so on. We streaming the reactions now, man. I ain't no longer finna try to record and edit nothing. We straight streaming everything. Straight stream. So y'all get ready because we come in full swing, man. We come in full swing. Gotta gotta make it big this year. We come in full swing. But listen, man, like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell, man. And we up out this thing with it for real.